Hello everybody, it is Callie here, and today I want to talk about something I personally find a little concerning. I was digging deeper, doing more research into this whole Jeffrey Epstein ordeal, and I found some things that were like, whoa, red flag, red flag. So, um, one thing I found is some people he was connected to. Um, the nature of these connections is pretty much up to the imagination because what we do know is that these people frequented his homes, which we know he used his homes for things like ritualistic abuse, satanic worship, sex trafficking. He had sex slaves. So, I mean, it's really up to the imagination at this point what exactly these people who were connected to him were doing at his home. So, a couple of the names I came across, I wrote them down because, I just want to be somewhat organized here. Trump, obviously, Clinton, both Clintons, Hillary and Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, Les Wexner, and if you don't know who that is, I will Google him, and Elon Musk. Now, these are just a couple people that I've come across, but the most alarming one that I have come across is Prince Andrew. Now, this is pretty public information, okay? Prince Andrew and Epstein met in 1999. At least this is what the internet says. I will foretell everyone right now. All the information I have for you is public knowledge online, okay? You just got to plug it in, connect the dots. So, they met in 1999, and you could see them pictured together 2 years after he was released for prison for his whole sexual pedophilia ordeal with these very young girls in 2005. So you got to ask yourself, what was Epstein doing pictured with Prince Charles? Like, what business did they have together? What business could they possibly have together? Prince Andrews publicly said that he used to stay at some of Epstein's properties, which we know the properties were used for like really terrible things. Was like, what exactly was he doing at these properties? You really got to ask yourself that, because it's like, so he publicly also said that he didn't see Epstein a whole lot, but he wouldn't need to, because it wasn't Epstein they were abusing. Epstein was just pretty much like the ringleader. I mean, the children would have been there, the women would have been there, whoever and whatever he was doing would have been at this house. So while he may not have seen Epstein a lot, well, the proof is in the pudding. And why was he going to Epstein's properties, right? Like, you saw the video, if you didn't Google it, of the drone flying over Epstein's island, and you see like some really strange thing that they were doing rituals. They were doing some type of, look, I guess you don't know that. That is my very educated guess by what I know about ritualistic practices and things like that. That big circle with the sun, with all the seats. What do you think was going on there? Because I guess that's a story for a different day, but the more people, the more powerful whatever ritual you are putting into place is, okay? So, apparently they met from Ghislaine Maxwell, and Miss Maxwell gets her very own video, because when you start looking into this woman, it will blow your mind, the things that she's linked to, the accusations that have been told against her. Apparently, she was the person who would go and disarm these women or these young girls, bring them to Epstein, and even take part in some of the abuse herself. It's this is just all public knowledge, okay? This isn't stuff I'm coming up with on my own. This is just what I've found in my research, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. Just go do your own research. I'm just literally telling you guys what I have found and what I find concerning about what I have found. And this isn't even really the concerning part. So, also, we know that Epstein paid Fergie, which Fergie was Prince Andrew's ex-wife. Or Andrew paid Epstein. One of the two, okay? I know I should know this, but one of the two, and really it was Andrew. And they've all come out publicly. I'm appalled at what he was caught doing. Really, they're just embarrassed that they all got caught. Who knows the extent of anyone's connection with Epstein? But it's like, how can you have sex slaves? How can you have hundreds of children and no one knows? Like, what, he did this all by himself? I doubt not. So, okay, that's just my own. I guess, what do I know, right? What do I know? I'm just a average girl living in the world and Googling things on Google. So, yes, but why this is also so concerning to me is because Prince Andrew is obviously linked to the royal family, which if you guys looked into my clone video, all right, the royal family has been accused of being the head of this whole cloning business where they use these clones for, guess what they do, sexual and ritualistic abuse, okay? I don't know why. I really don't know why they would be so wicked to have to sexually abuse young. I mean, I do know some things scientifically of why they would do this to children, why they would do this to babies, but I don't know why they get off on it, to be honest. I do know some things, but that's a different story. So yeah, Prince Andrew is going to be the next head of the Commonwealth. So if he's in deep to this dirty stuff, it's like, what is really going on with the royal family? Also, my next video is going to be about the royal family and why they're the royal family. Like, just a couple things I've found in my research about them is really surprising. And again, this isn't me coming up and saying, oh, this is the truth. This is just stuff I've found on the internet, okay? The validity of it, you guys are gonna have to, discern for yourself. I'm just sharing what I've found. And what I found is Prince Andrews was connecting to Epstein. Epstein was accused of some pretty awful stuff. And the victim, she's known as the accuser, but I'm going to call her a victim because I don't think people would just come out with this stuff as lies. I mean, I understand there's some, money involved for victims, but her name was Virginia Roberts Guiffre. I hope I said that right. And she said Prince Andrew knows what he has done, and she hopes he comes clean. So he was mentioned. She pointed the finger and said, oh, he knows. So yes, what is the royal family been up to? What are they really up to? So yeah, it's just a question you got to ask yourself. That is going to wrap up this video for me, you guys. I hope you found it as interesting or as concerning as I do. You gotta ask yourself, who's running behind the scenes? Who's running things behind the scenes? Who are we letting influence our lives? You gotta ask yourself. So, red flags. That is going to wrap this up for me, you guys. I hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday, I think it is. I'm out, you guys. Remember to like the video, share the video, comment, let me know if you think I'm crazy or what. And last but not least, subscribe. And I want to say thank you to my new subscribers and my old subscribers, anyone watching my videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate your guys' support.